Welcome back to Heaven in Sight. I'm Jared. This is our guest.
Pastor Joe.
Darson.
Johnny.
Hunter.
Timothy.
This is your podcast. All right. First, we're going to start off with some questions for our guest, Pastor Joe.
What's up?
All right. So first, what is your favorite restaurant and your favorite food from there?
Favorite restaurant is hands down Taco Bell. A beefy 5-layer burrito. You can never go wrong with it.
Taco Bell's pretty
No,
But okay.
You can never go wrong.
I thought you said hands down was like that was gonna be your favorite restaurant, was whatever restaurant was called hands down.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I wish.
I bet there's a restaurant called
What about you, Hunter?
On the same train, but McDonald's. Same thing with the beef though. I just like beef.
Okay.
Just beef.
Just
Johnny.
beef. I'll take just a patty
Yeah.
with cheese.
Okay.
favorite restaurant. I would say. Buffalo Wild Wings is pretty good.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
Okay. Didn't you used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings, Joe?
I did. I was a waiter at Buffalo Wild Wings for 2 years.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Where'd you work at? Which one?
Lynchburg.
I'm like, maybe I saw you one time.
No, probably not.
All
I
right.
would be so embarrassed if you ever did.
All right, Darson, what about you?
I'd probably say Moe's. That's pretty neat. It's like Chipotle, except better.
Truth.
Yeah, but...
I've never been.
Okay, Timmy.
It'd have to be Applebee's, and it would have to be the chicken Alfredo.
That's pretty good. Mine's a little biased. I'm going to say Poncho, only because I used to work there,
Oh,
and I
my
love
goodness.
Mexican food.
Poncho is good, though.
It's
thought-
pretty good. It's
No,
really
no,
good.
it's good.
And if I had to, it's just a generic beef, lettuce, and cheese taco.
I thought you were going to say Domino's
That's the
since you
best?
work there now.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion. I don't get it all the time, but, for like special occasions.
For special occasions.
Nachos.
It's a local
Texicanos.
establishment that I used to work at. I don't work there anymore. But I think this one's kind of obvious, but what is your dream job and why?
My dream job. Why is that obvious?
Because you're already a youth pastor, and I feel like that's what it is.
Is this my dream job?
I feel like that's what it is.
No, it's not my dream
really?
job.
Okay.
No, I love being a youth pastor. But no, I think my dream job would actually be at this point in my life, would probably be to be a
Retirement?
church planter overseas, like a foreign missionary planting churches. I would love to see that happen sometime in my life.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. Thank you. What's yours?
Ooh, this one's hard. It changes every single week. So,
The man of many dreams.
yeah. I think the flavor of the week would be probably something that has to do with inside the church. I want to go to Liberty for biblical studies.
I thought you were going to say insider trading at first, and I was like,
No.
that's illegal.
No.
He's like, I'm actually going to smuggle things out of the country.
He's a smuggler.
No, not yet.
In the church.
Not yet.
Yeah. No, but probably something that has to do with biblical studies. I'm going to think about going to the ROTC at Liberty and being an Army Reserve or active duty in the Army. And then after that, I'll have to figure it out.
Yeah. Good plan.
Hunter?
So I actually, this is going to sound cliche, but it's sort of an astronaut. I want to. So,
In the ocean?
Sort of. No, not really. Mars.
is.
But so Mackenzie and I want to go to missions, right? But the first mission to Mars, who else would they need except also missionaries? So I even have a slogan and everything, like
Dude.
mission to Mars on mission.
Wow.
That sounds like a title of like
MTMOM.
that sounds like
Yeah.
a
like a
knockoff Ignite Productions
That's
type thing.
Mount
It's a knockoff Ignite Productions
So how
type
many-
thing.
MTMOM is Mount Mom. You would be Mount Mom.
I would be okay with that. I just have to talk Mackenzie into it, but Dream
Going to
job.
Mars.
Mars missionary.
That's a bit of a long trip.
An MM.
It's only like 6 months now, so.
Oh,
I
really?
thought it was like a year.
Nope. They got it. They got the whatever the thing was
They
that
went
takes
faster.
pictures. The rover. The rover got there in like 6 months and 20 something days. So basically 7 months.
All right, Johnny. What about you?
Well, my plan is to just become an electrician. I don't really know if I'd say that's my dream job, but it kind of is. I don't know.
It's a great gig.
Something.
You make a lot of money from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my best friends is an electrician. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right then.
Timmy, what's yours?
That was low.
It's okay. We'll throw it over to Darson because I don't think Timmy has his yet. So I think he's
Yeah,
got some
Darson.
mute
Yeah,
loops.
yeah,
I don't
Darson.
know.
Have you gotten into mute loops?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no.
Are you sure you don't want to be those people on like the end of commercials where they speak really fast, telling about all the side effects?
That'd be a
Don't
pretty
think-
awesome job.
You have to talk so fast you don't even understand what you're saying, so don't worry about it.
All right.
I just really haven't had a job yet, so I don't know what that would be yet.
And I'm on my second one already.
I don't know. I mean,
Great
I'm
job.
probably the same general area as Johnny over here as an electrician. I just like the hands-on part of it. So
Yeah. It's nice because that means you actually get to see the work, like the fruit of your labor, you know?
yeah,
Kind of neat.
Yeah, I made that house.
you
And it
made
didn't
what?
burn
You
down.
made what house?
Exactly.
Oh. Okay,
Darcy, did you say
Darson.
what yours
All right,
was?
Darson.
No.
Darson,
All right,
come on,
Darson,
Darson.
Skipped me.
Darson, you can do this.
Mine will probably be like as a professional driver, like rally or NASCAR or IndyCar or dirt modified. One, I'm good at driving, and two, I love to drive, and it's fun.
That,
old are-
that
how
first
old are you?
statement that he's good at driving is completely wrong.
I know how to
with him
drive your
every
road
single
without lights
week.
on.
I go with him
No.
every single week, and he's
Have you had any tickets?
No.
Good
surprisingly.
job.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right. Now we're gonna throw it over to our commercials liaison, Timmy. What's the commercial? What's the commercial this week?
Today's sponsor is Okie Dokios. not sponsored by Oreos, by the way. It's like Oreos, but just okay.
Dude,
Got
these
all the
people-
texture. Texture stays there, but some of the flavor.
Dude, these people also are a part of the brand that gives us
Like-
All
like-
of the texture.
like,
some
there's-
of the flavor.
like-
that's a great tagline.
Like, you know, there's like the off-brand Oreos. I mean, like, this is nothing like them
Oh,
because like those are bad.
yeah.
This is just okay.
So it's a step up.
Yeah, it's actually kind of like a step down
So
from like
like-
great to like okay.
So like
Yeah.
stale.
But just okay is not okay.
Oh yeah, no, the scale is smaller too.
But just okay is not okay.
Yeah, but our motto is that it is.
Stale.
Yeah,
Because for $14.99, it's okay for us.
Exactly.
$14.99.
Yep.
Wait, how much
You
stuff
pay
do you get
more,
for $14?
less flavor.
Hey, but
16
it's an
ounces.
okay price.
That's true.
Is there a discount code we can get since it's $14, almost 15?
Yeah, you can buy them for $16.99 with code Okidokios.
Perfect.
How do you
Get
spell
yours
that?
today.
Not sponsored.
Totally.
All right. Is that the last bit of commercial?
I mean, I guess if you want to find them, I mean, I don't know if you actually want Okidokios, but you can find them at www.okidoki.os. .os.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right. Guess we'll go up to our verbal game. Do you want to explain it, Hunter?
Yeah, so it's called 10-word story. Basically, we're going to start with Jonathan, and then you're going to say one single word per person that has to make sense fitting the next word. up to 10 or 15 words to end a quote unquote story or sentence. And we'll just do it a couple times, see how we feel.
This is gonna be
Okay.
amazing.
Sounds easy. Sounds
Is there a
easy
way to-
enough,
Should
but
be
also
easy enough.
It sounds easy enough, but also said that about a hot seat, and I failed in like
Oh yeah, no,
5 seconds.
I,
Like 2 seconds.
somehow, Jared did worse than I did.
Okay, well, in my defense, I have the script, and I was totally expecting him to give me the movie one, and I had the movie planned out in my head. And he goes, "Favorite animal," and I was like, "Well,
That's why he didn't give you the movie one. You're not
Yeah, I
supposed to
think
be
that-
able
yeah,
to have
I
it.
think
in
he
your
had it
head.
out for me.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine
well,
trying to
you're
come
a
up
cheaterton.
with 30.
What? No.
Try coming up with like
If you
60
ain't cheating, you ain't
seconds worth of
trying.
content
Oh
on
my
your favorite
gosh.
color.
All
That's
right,
what I say about my
so
academics.
I guess we'll start it off with Johnny. You can go
All
ahead.
right.
Was that it?
Yeah, was that
God.
was that your
Why
word?
you-
Johnny. That's my word.
Was.
Once.
A.
I'm sorry,
was-
I couldn't hear what Johnny said.
He said Johnny.
Johnny was
Once a.
Little.
Small.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. All right.
Was a little
Yeah, small.
Little small.
Oh, boy.
That doesn't
Johnny
make sense.
was once a little small.
Just a little small. Not a
Boy.
lot of small,
So it was
small.
a
Just a little.
Little small
Okay.
boy
Yep.
that
Loved.
Jesus.
all the time.
No, too many words.
That's
One
multiple
word.
words.
That's multiple words.
Oh,
Timmy, you
oh,
lose.
no, oh.
what was that?
All.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes.
We went over the 10, so.
Oh, okay. okay.
Well, you
I
said 10 or
didn't
15.
know.
You said 10 or
yeah,
15.
you're right.
So.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I guess we'll do it again.
Yeah, Johnny, you want to try? Let's start with Darson.
Darcy.
Flabbergasted.
He.
Truck.
He what?
Truck.
Truck. Doesn't make
That
sense.
doesn't make sense. You could have said like was. Like,
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Flabbergasted.
What?
He was.
Well, I don't know how
period.
I don't know how to
I don't know, comma.
put that in a sentence.
because-
Yeah,
Like, that's- I've always
there was
heard
a
that at
comma
the-
between Darcy and I.
Yeah.
But I've always
Flabbergasted
heard that
comma.
at the end of a sentence.
Yeah. Flabbergasted.
Yeah.
This is like picking up after the
was-
other sentence behind
Okay,
it.
flabbergasted. He was.
Timothy's trying to
Hey,
catch
wait.
up.
Remember, to me, only one word.
Only one. Yeah, only one word. Okay.
You don't have to
Such,
think this
I know,
hard.
but like it's such like a weird
Just say-
way to say what you guys said. Still,
Yeah, I know. That's what I had
Just
trouble
go-
with.
Yeah.
This is college level writing.
Go with the flow, bro.
Flabbergasted.
Is
He
it-
was.
I feel like they would be mad at the grammar used.
This is
You've never
this is
used
a
the
good
word
chance for a
flabbergast?
verb.
Are any of us
Really?
English teachers?
Just give it a verb. Flabbergasted. He was verb.
He was verb.
Verb is an action word.
Yeah, sitting, yelling, laughing,
but like
crying.
Just go for it.
Go.
You
Just
don't have
give
to
a
think
verb.
about it.
Any
Just
verb.
go for it.
Doesn't matter.
Say a
Other
verb.
words in other languages.
But would that work though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
flabbergasted. He was sitting.
You're literally.
with his hands.
Okay,
in
fine.
his
Sitting.
face.
Sitting is the word.
You did it.
That took way too
Yeah.
long.
Flabbergasted. He was sitting
I'm
on.
sorry, but like it didn't make sense.
Flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. He was sitting on.
Sitting on.
His.
Laptop.
Ah.
I think that's a sentence right there.
Yeah.
Flabbergasted. He was sitting on his laptop.
Oh, see, but if it would have started with like he was, and then you say the word, then it would have made sense. But
Well,
like,
then-
That's what I was thinking you were gonna. That's what I was thinking you were gonna do, and then you were kind of just like sitting, and I was like,
yeah, I started.
Okay.
I started to overthink the sentence at that point.
Yeah.
all right, that was a very poor sentence. I think we need to start.
Yeah,
over.
let's try one more.
Let's,
Yeah, don't
start
use-
with Joe.
All right, here
Don't
you go.
use-
I think we need to like throw a. Can I like throw like a special guest rule in here? You get like 3 seconds to come up with your word. All right.
That works.
There you go. So that way
Wait.
it's got to move.
No.
Okay.
3 seconds. All right, you get no more than 3 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Opaque.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't even know what that means.
You say opaque is, and then like a form
Yeah.
of.
All right. So
something, like,
Johnny.
Is
little.
And
Because.
No, it doesn't go together.
What did he say? Did
He
even
said
say
Johnny.
that?
He goes, Johnny is little
I didn't even hear him say little.
because. Wait, no, you
Johnny-
said
I
it,
said and. He said
then you went
because.
because.
Johnny is little and
Funny.
Johnny is
Small.
Johnny, you could have
I'm confused. I didn't even hear him say little.
No, so you could have complimented yourself, and you said little and small.
Yeah, you said a little.
You could have said like,
Where do
rich,
you go from there,
handsome,
though? That's kind of
great,
like,
Little,
strong.
yes.
strong.
Small, no.
Okay.
wait, you say strong?
Yep.
So then what did Darcy
Johnny
just say?
is little and strong, not weak.
Ooh.
Or
Happy. Can I change it to sad?
This was Johnny Appleseed. So.
yeah.
Johnny
I
heaven.
think he might.
Can I
I
change
think
my
he was
word
happy.
to
I
sad?
feel like he was happy. No, Johnny's really not happy.
Johnny is little, strong, not sad or happy. Or weak or happy.
Are you okay,
All right,
Johnny?
I think that's the last one. Yeah. All right.
He's shaking his head yes, but he really wishes.
All right. Now we're gonna have a special reading from Johnny of "God, I Look to You."
God, I look to you. I won't be overwhelmed. Give me vision to see things like you do. God, I look to you. You're where my help comes from. Give me wisdom. You know just what to do. And I will love you, Lord, my strength. I will love you, Lord, my shield. Oh, I will love you, Lord, my rock, forever. All my days, I will love you, God. There you go.
Johnny, be straight spit.
MVP Timmy. I just find it funny how Johnny kept a straight face that entire time.
Timmy's over there laughing, and Johnny's like,
Johnny's
dead
just like,
serious.
the
Yeah.
wrong note.
no.
Man, that was like an emotional. That happened.
You should get an
no.
Emmy for that.
It's like one of those commercials. It's like, do you have trouble sleeping?
What?
Oh, it's like
Have
those
you and your loved ones been diagnosed with mesothelioma?
You may be entitled to compensation.
Are you depressed that you lost your voice due to mute loops?
Johnny just be like,
But there's no answer. It's just
Yeah.
sad
It's like,
nodding.
it's like you can reconnect with your loved one. It's like
By downloading
by
this app.
taking this sign language class.
By downloading an app.
with the noisios.
Oh my gosh.
Restore what was once lost by mute loops.
Except 2 times louder.
Now you,
Happy.
yeah, now you can't stop talking.
That's when you use the okie dokios afterwards.
That's
So
right.
you have to
Yeah,
buy all
yeah,
three.
bring it all
yeah.
back down. Yeah.
We triple our profits
And
that
then
way.
just at the
Oh,
end
man.
of
and they
the,
come in a
thing.
bundle for $9.99.99.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And those aren't
$9.99.
those aren't
No, those
periods.
are-
Those
those
are
are-
commas.
yeah, that's
That's
commas.
commas, not periods.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
At the end
All
of everything, it's
All right,
just like
hey, chill. Okay.
things
all
may
right,
include
all right.
stress.
Stress. Hair loss. There it is.
All right, now
Death.
it's time for a theological question. All right. This is the reason we have you up here today. All right. What is the Mosaic Law?
Theological apes.
What is the Mosaic Law, and does it apply to us today?
Ooh.
What is it again?
What is the Mosaic Law, and does it apply to us today? I don't know why you're looking at me. I'm just a youth pastor. I don't know.
Well, you've gone through more years of training for this than
the
we have. So.
Mosaic Law is found mostly in the book of Numbers and Deuteronomy. Yeah. So it's like Old Testament laws that was given by God to Moses for the nation of Israel. It's God's people, right? So, what do you guys think? Does that apply to us today? Does all of it? Does some of it? Does none of it?
I would say it should. Like
All of it,
we
yeah.
should follow it because
Could you give up bacon?
could I give up baking?
Can you give up bacon?
No.
Bacon.
I ate a
Bacon.
bacon, egg, and
Part of
cheese
the law
biscuit
is
this
no
morning
bacon.
for
ham and cheese
breakfast.
sandwich gone.
I ate a bacon,
Well,
egg,
I
and
don't-
cheese
Do you like
biscuit this
seafood?
morning.
Because that's
Ain't none of that
yeah. That's in the law.
except fish.
I had harbor.
He's like,
I-
suddenly
I
you
gotta
brought,
think about
you
that a
brought
little
bacon
more.
into this.
Sorry.
You don't bring bacon into this.
Okay. So, give us like some examples of some laws that they have aside from what was
So-
just stated.
Yeah, so there's like quite a few different types of laws. Types of laws within the Mosaic Law. So you've got like really it's kind of divided up into like three major categories, major chunks. You've got the ceremonial laws, which would be like purification stuff. I'll leave the only one that I can think of in my head right now because it's not appropriate. Anyway, so there's like purification laws. There is civil laws. So like a civil law that we have nowadays is we have a speed limit. And if you break the speed limit, you get a fine, right? You get a ticket. So civil laws back in those days would be like if you have a second story on your house, but you don't have a railing and someone falls off and dies, then you are charged with like their death. So have a railing on the second story of your house. It was basically kind of how they did that. So there was ceremonial laws, civil laws, and then there's the moral law, which is really summed up in like the 10 Commandments, right? So the 10 Commandments tells you, don't lie, don't steal, don't kill, don't covet, those types of things. Like these are all have moral implications. Like why don't we kill? Because it's wrong. Why don't we steal? Because it's wrong. Like it comes down to a moral obligation. So oftentimes people look at the Mosaic Law through those three lenses, those categories, and then from there try to decide what do we need to follow and what do we don't. So I'll throw it back to you guys. Like, what do you think? Those three categories: civil, ceremonial, and moral. Any of that binding on Christians nowadays?
Definitely the moral laws because we follow those every single day, hopefully.
Right. Yeah.
And those definitely still apply to us today. And I mean, because it's obvious, because if you do it, it's wrong, it's sin. And then we're all sinners, so we're not all perfect except for Jesus. But even though we're sinners, we still should not we should not steal, we shall not kill, and all that
Right,
kind of stuff.
and like so, God said that He would write His law on our hearts. And you can go to any country in the world, basically, and they'll tell you stealing is wrong. Why is that a universally known thing? Because, like God said, it's written on our hearts. Like we know morally what's right and what's wrong. Now, Romans chapter 1 kind of talks about how we suppress the knowledge of the truth, and that's why we see a lot of sin and stuff rampant and things that are legal that are sinful. But generally speaking, right, like we know the truth because it's written on our hearts.
Okay, so I have a question that I just came up with that's not on here, but not to get political or anything, but
Okay.
so with the I shall not kill, thou shall not kill, does that mean the death penalty should be legal? In your own opinion? Because
question.
it's supposed to be just because it's bringing justice, but at the same time, it's killing people. Me personally, I don't think so. But
You don't think?
I don't think the death penalty should be legal
Okay.
because it's still killing people and you're still taking someone else's life.
Yeah.
So
So in the Old Testament, right, part of the civil law was we see the death penalty in there. So if someone murdered somebody else, they would be stoned to death. There was even, some like pretty wild and out there ones where like for extremely disobedient children, if you were like straight up super disobedient, disrespectful, and this was like a habitual thing, parents were allowed to take their kids outside the city gate and stone them to death. So like, it just kind of shows how grave our sin really is. Because like we would look at that and go, whoa, that's jacked up. Like the kid was just being rude. That's probably not deserving of death, right? But disrespecting parents is sinful. And what is the consequence for any sin? Even telling a little white lie.
Death.
Yeah.
Death, right? Yeah, we know that the penalty, the wages of sin is death. It's Romans 6. And so the law just kind of exposes that truth for us. So anyways, to answer your question, should the death penalty exist? Timmy, you look like you got something to say about this. As soon as he asked the question, your mic went up to your mouth there.
I kind of agree with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. What do you think, Johnny? Death penalty, yay or nay?
Nay.
Aye or nigh? Is that
No.
Yeah, like I agree with Jared. You shouldn't be killing people.
Yeah.
Even if they did something like really bad, I don't think they should get killed for it.
Okay.
Because I mean, I feel like if you do the crime, you do the time, not just
You do the
not
crime.
just get
Yeah.
the death penalty and then not.
I feel like we just
being-
need to have like on video screens all across the nation, Johnny's face saying that you do the crime, you do the time.
Yeah, like
That'll deter
Next meme.
crime.
because I feel like if you get the death penalty, like it's kind of like the easy way out, I guess. So you don't have to be in jail for life. You just get killed, and then you don't have to be in jail.
Yeah.
It's like
But then what do they get after that?
Yeah, like
But-
jail's pretty tame to what comes next after that.
Like what if they die without repenting of sin?
But
Yeah,
also
no,
want to
I
get
was
to
like,
that.
that's not really the easy way out.
But I also want to get to that.
Yeah.
I kind of find it ironic because in some states where the death penalty is legal, they usually send like a priest from, or it's like a Mormon or a priest that they send them in like hours before they're sent to be killed. There and they're like, hey, do you want to repent? So it's kind of just like you
your last
said.
get out
It's
of jail
it's
free
also
card.
it's an easier,
Your last
like
ditch
Johnny
effort.
said, it's an easier way out
Yeah.
because even though you did all this horrible stuff, one, you get to accept Jesus if you choose to. You get to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, and you get to go see Him that very day. It's just it doesn't set well with me, and along with the killing people part. But you know,
All right.
all right, Darson, you look like you're trying to like oppose us. I want to hear
Yeah.
your answer.
I am with the death penalty just for the reason of death penalty is usually given to people who do not feel remorse for their killings, would say they would do it again, and have no ability to rehabilitate or go back into life. Because normally, if you do feel like, oh, I'm so sorry, like actually meaning it, not like in a, oh yeah, I'm so sorry, wink, wink away, they would give you a life sentence.
Okay, what about the people that are falsely accused though? Like, say there's someone.
That's what appeals and all that. Like you don't. Death penalty isn't like you get sent the death penalty a week later you die. It takes around, I think the average is 4 to 5 years before the death penalty will be sent out to get all the appeals in check and all that stuff. And also, to be honest, in taking criminal justice, my teacher says all the time that to kill someone takes more money than to keep them in jail for the rest of their life. For the being of all the appeals process, all the lawyers,
Which means
all
taxes.
the courthouses,
Which means more taxes.
Are you?
yeah,
are
it
you?
comes on taxes, but
Are you
still.
saying money is more important than their life?
No.
It's a bit greedy if you
Wait,
if
what did
you
you
ask
say
me.
again, sorry?
Are you saying money is more important than a person's life?
No, I'm just saying that it's just a saying. It's just like an additive. Like it's not more important. No, money shouldn't be more important than someone else's life. But it's just an
Well,
additive.
he's not saying it's cheaper to
Yeah.
kill somebody.
It's
He's saying
it's more expensive. It's more
oh,
expensive
okay,
to
I
kill.
heard it the other way
Right,
around.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like,
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. So, because like the worst of the worst usually get the death penalty.
Yeah, so I got a good scriptural reference if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, all right.
So it's
Yeah,
in
that's
Scripture.
Romans 12, specifically in 17. It says, "Repay no one evil for evil, but give thought to do what is honorable in the sight of all. If possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all. Beloved, never avenge yourselves, never leave it to the wrath of God, for it is written, 'Vengeance is mine, I will pay,' says the Lord. To the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. And if he is thirsty, give him something to drink. For by doing so, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Heaven in Sight. Stay tuned for next week, where we conclude the conversation about whether the Mosaic Law is applicable for Christians today or not.